Should I start? Yeah. Radhe Radhe, Sai. I'm Sumit Patwardhan. I'm a chartered accountant by profession.
Ji.
Two questions in the same scenario actually. First is when we are in a social setting, we have one set of people who are completely deranged from the dharmic fold. At no point, no amount of facts or even evidences that are given to them in the conversation, make them see any kind of sanity. How do we deal with such lot? And the second is when we are in a social setting with peoples of the Abrahamic faith, is it wiser, or rather how exactly do we go on the offensive in trying to pick holes within what they are saying, which is actually very easy from a logical point of view, but is it wiser? How exactly do we go about doing that? Because I think going on the offensive is also kind of essential.
I don't think it makes sense to try and convince someone who's already formed an opinion. I don't waste my time doing that. I wait for history to prove itself. And with each passing day, with what is happening in the Middle East and other places, our case is only becoming stronger. So you don't need to do anything. You wait for them to embarrass themselves by defending even this. They will do that shamelessly. Let everybody watch it. In those moments, don't shut them up. Let them speak. Because they are making your case better than you could have ever, thanks to the defense of even the indefensible. That's one. Don't see your need to engage with them, to convince them, is not coming from a need to prove Dharma's point, but perhaps it's an ego investment. And I'm not talking about you in general. What I'm saying is, fight those battles where it is not just worth your time, where you know for a fact it's an impressionable fence sitter who is young, who doesn't know where to form an opinion. Intervene there. Those are the people who are actually open to understanding your point of view. Today the leftists cannot convince me fully, under no circumstances, just as I can't convince them. So his investment or my investment in each other to try and convince the other is useless. Second, how do you make your point and still not attract any kind of attention? I think as Hindus who believe in the power of the tongue, the vak is such an important aspect of our understanding of the sound and all that, and Shabda Pramana has such an important aspect. So please observe some sense of smartness in the way you engage on social media. You have to realize that the odds are stacked against you, so much so that nobody has the power today to prevent any kind of SDSJ kind of declarations against you. So use your viveka, use your buddhi, have some yukti in the way you actually handle these issues. I must have done at least 500 to 550 public engagements since 2016. Pull anything out from anything that I have said, whether out of context or with context. Ask yourself, how much of it is within the bounds of the law? 100% of it is within the bounds of the law. So, are you saying that everybody has to become a lawyer? No, I'm just saying everybody has to just be a bit smarter. Okay. That you realize the consequences of what you're saying, and you realize that the state will not come to protect you when you're under attack. You are responsible for the protection and safety of your own families first, nobody else. So don't shut up. There are two ways. Either start with a negative narrative or you start with a positive narrative. Today what is needed is not, let's say, the constant bashing of the other, but a clearer understanding of the self. Because once you have a clearer understanding of the self as to what is Hindu Dharma, what is a community, you'll be in a much better position to respond to the other side. So try and invest in creating a positive narrative in the first place. That's what I would do. Yeah.